What's good, everybody? Here on Pillow Talk today, and I got a special guest with me, Jody V in the building.
Yeah, it's your boy. What's up?
What's
Talk
up?
to me. Pillow Talk.
Yes.
What's going on?
Well, I'm super excited to have you here. This is my first, YouTube page post. So you official.
Hey,
you know
that's
what I'm
what's
saying?
up. That's what's
Had to
up.
have the best on
Yeah.
on the scene. So thank you so
glad
much
to
for
be able
coming
to
on.
be the first one. That's what's up. No, most definitely, though.
Well,
Most
tell Pillow Talk people a little bit about yourself because you are a rapper. But for those that don't really know who you are,
Yeah. Well, I go by the name of Jody V. Born in Chicago, raised in Chicago, moved out here to the north suburbs. Right now, just signed my first label deal with YMG.
okay.
So that's something really big, man.
Shout out YMG.
Yeah, shout out the gang, man, everybody. But no, we've been doing a lot of good stuff though, from shows everywhere to concerts, being in front of like 10,000 people. I didn't work with like several Chicago artists from Treasy to Sasha Go Hard to King Louis to La Herb to Ide, you name it. I didn't work with some producers from or D Brooks, he was he did a lot with Treasy back in the day. So yeah, just been working, networking, and just working, grinding.
Okay.
So
You got a nice little roster right there. Damn.
Yeah. I'm working on some more new people right now, man. Try to get some people out of Chicago though,
Okay.
to try to expand my brand. So yeah, most definitely though. So shout out to all them though. Chicago, we here.
Okay, that's what I like to see though. You got a nice little roster, Rolodex.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Appreciate you.
So you've been in the game for a minute then. It sounds like.
Yeah, I've been rapping since I was like 10, but I ain't really started developing my skill until like later on down the line. But yeah, I was always the underdog though, always underlooked and stuff like that. So or overlooked, I should say. So
Okay.
that always pushed me to just
Keep going.
Gotta keep going. Can't never stop.
When did you know then? Like, okay, this the shit I need to do. When was the moment you like I need to do this shit wholeheartedly?
Probably honestly, because I've always been a loner, so
Okay.
like a lot of times just writing and rapping just was always the way for me to just be able to talk and just express myself. So I've been doing that for like ever. So I always knew I wanted to rap. It was either gonna be rapping or like drawing and painting and stuff like that. So that's my other side. But it was always in the artist field. So I sucked at sports. The streets, it was nothing. You know what I'm saying? That was easy because I love getting money, so that was easy. But just being an artist, period, is that was right up my alley. So
Nice. Okay, painting, drawing with them.
Yeah, I do a lot. I got my college degree and everything. So
That's what school did you go to?
Illinois Institute of Art.
Nice.
Yeah, so I do it all, man. Street rap, school. You could put me in the field with business people, everything.
Okay.
Man. You got to be well-rounded. So
Turn
what I'm
up
saying?
then.
Yeah,
You
so,
right though.
yeah, you gotta
That's
be.
good to be cultured to have you the jack of all trades.
Yeah. I still master this rap stuff though.
I
still mastered that though. So yeah.
What's like a big influence for you or somebody that's giving you a lot of, I guess, motivation or inspiration while you've been rapping?
Like from an artist then, like what type of rappers that motivate me? It's crazy, man. A lot of people are always gonna hang me for this one, but like who my favorite rapper is, though, I get slack from this all the time. But it's really more so like he was my favorite rapper back then. Not necessarily my favorite rapper now. I don't really have a favorite rapper right now. But like I grew up listening to Ja Rule. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people,
I ain't mad at you.
Yeah, Ja was did. He was just because he was he was very expressive. So and that's kind of how I am too as well. So which leads me to say like I like people like Meek Mill. I've been like the Nip before his tragedy passed and stuff like that. So a lot of people kind of, when he passed, they gravitated to him then.
Right.
I kind of gravitated to him before his passing, so I was able to appreciate his music before. I still like DMX.
I think niggas won.
Yeah, I love DMX. Man. I like his aggression. So yeah, I say those is kind of my people that inspire me.
Nice.
Yeah, so
I ain't mad at you. People sleep. Y'all forget Ja Rule had shit on lock for a minute though.
Absolutely.
For real.
Absolutely.
He had shit on lock. He had hella hits, hella duets.
Yeah,
50 came and fucked it up.
But don't let my taste in music, fool anybody on who I am. You know what I mean? That's just what I like to listen to on my own personal. It's in my personal time. I still listen to 90s music, so I ain't really into the current like rap right now.
Okay.
I do here and there, but not for real. So
how would you describe then the current state of rap? You feel like it's compared to what it was then during that time?
I really can't relate to it. I don't do drugs, so I don't know, like all the rappers now, man, they be too emotional. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They get high and just be emotional as hell. So
True.
I can't relate to that. And I don't go to clubs like that unless I'm performing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not with all the rah rah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Club
Right.
type. I
Okay.
ain't really into that. I really would make some money. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't mad at you. Shit, I
So
ain't
no,
mad
I
at
don't
you.
really relate to like the current. I still listen to it and like it, but it ain't my pick of choice. Like I won't go to my phone and be like, hey, play such and such, such and such. I probably just go straight to the '90s or more of like higher standard artists like the Meek, the Nipsey.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Okay, I ain't mad at you. When Jiggy was on here, shout out Jiggy Bars.
Oh yeah, shout out my boy.
When he was on here, he saying kind of the same thing as far as always going back to that '90s flow too. It seemed like we've steady going back to that old time period.
You get if you think about it, right? A lot of your memories, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of your good memories come from when you was growing up.
Right.
So a lot of times we always tend to flash back to those.
Right.
Right now we living in the moment, so you don't really create a lot of good memories.
Mm-hmm.
Like they good, but they won't be good until like maybe 10 years later. Then you can reflect on this present time. But right now I'm reflecting on when I was growing up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's why I rock with the 90s. So.
True. Very true. Okay. Very true. So how would you describe your music then? Since you're not with the rah rah and the hoopla, you rap obviously your life. Then.
Yeah. I think my music is more so it's relatable, fun. I like to be kind of inspiring. I still like to be aggressive because I'm like a big fan of battle rap.
Okay.
So I like to be aggressive. Don't get me wrong. I'm still with all the rah-rah. I just don't care to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really care to portray that in the music because I don't care for it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could be in the streets every day, but you ain't going to hear me on my records talking about, like, selling or just doing whatever. I don't really care to put that out there. You know what I'm saying? I like to just talk about stuff that, kind of exercise my mind, just taking my pen to a different level. It's easy to rhyme, you know what I'm saying, like the rah-rah stuff, club.
Right.
It's easy to do that, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
True. You got your Feel Like I'm Famous, which is definitely one of the hottest songs you got out right now, I would say. That's lit. Let's check it out real quick, give the people a little taste of that.
Yeah, Feel Like I'm Famous.
After she talked about families being separated at the border, which along with like the numbers like 88%. Families kept together.
Runway 26 left.
Illegally until their process and then deported and sent back to the country.
Feel like I'm famous. We do the most. Feel like I'm famous. Feel like I'm famous. You see them chains. Them bitches blame. Yeah, we do the most. Live like we famous. Pull up and go. Look like we made it. Feel like I'm famous.
Okay, we gotta give them a little snap. We gotta give them a little peek. Y'all gotta go see the whole video, obviously on YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so how did you come up with that song?
It's crazy, man, cause when I first got my record deal, right, I was trying to shop. The first thing they told me was when we fly you to Atlanta, have some music ready and stuff like that. So, I reached out to a few producers trying to get some beats. They played me, which for whatever reason they did that. They played me. So when I went to Atlanta or whatever, right, I had to hop on. Like, it was two other artists at that time too. It's like three of us that got signed.
Okay.
While they rapping, I'm on YouTube trying to find beats, and it's like, damn. So I found the beat on YouTube, and I came up with the melody, the hook, and stuff like that or whatever. I wrote it right then and there, recorded it, and then we left. Right, that was it. It just recorded it, left. That was it. Right, and I can't sing, so I couldn't get it. Like, when I was writing it, I had a voice in my head, but I just couldn't get it out. So we had just so happened somebody that was in the studio at that time with me. They did it. We recorded it. That was it. did whatever we did. We flew back to the crib. You know, a couple of days later, like my manager hit me like, "Yo, what's up with that? Feel like I'm famous." I'm like, "Was you just not hearing that?" You know what I'm saying? It was just like. You just not in it. I don't know what happened, blase. So we ended up getting our studio in Chicago. Came to the studio, and he was like, "Man, I got somebody dope for that song." So he played me his YouTube video, which is HD, by the way. And he like a ghetto gospel type thing. So I'm like, I don't know how it'll work. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how it worked. And we called him to the studio one day, man. He came up in there and just
bodied that.
Took it to a whole nother level, right? And so the song you hear right now was not the original song. My verses got changed like 4 different times. I rewrote my verses like 4 different times. The hook just got, it was the same hook. Okay. He did it a lot better. Okay. So he took it to the next level. And then, but in between them times, when I was in Atlanta to Chicago, I was going to Vegas. I was on jet skis. I was doing interviews. We was doing parties and stuff like that. And the type of love I was getting just made me feel, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
so
like
that's why, So that's why I was able to take them verses and redo it, and I made it current to what was going on with all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was lines that I just had up and I just can't think of it at the top of my head. But I was able to take all them feelings and emotions that I was having through that whole time, and I put it into the song, and it just made the song become more alive compared to when I was just in the studio in Atlanta, and I was just writing just to write or whatever. But I was able to, freak it a little bit, and that's what we got now. So,
nice. Yeah. I feel like I'm famous. You living that life, shit. Might as well.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Well, I definitely like that. That's a hot track. That's a hot track.
Oh, yeah, and shout out to the person that made the beat, too, because they most definitely got paid.
Oh, damn.
So the other little, producers out here, could have been
Get
you.
Get it to them, look.
That most definitely could have been, but it is what it is.
Okay. So. How do you deal with criticism?
What's crazy is a lot of people say I'm stubborn.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people think I'm stubborn. I don't think I am, but I guess that would be me being stubborn if I think that, right? But no, more so really, honestly, when I went to art school, a lot of times when you had to do like projects and stuff, they would make you go in front of the classroom and everybody had to tell you 2 things they like and 2 things they don't like about your stuff. So that kind of helped me, with music to be able to sit back and, But it's hard, though, because it's like when it's your vision and your art, like, can't nobody really tell you how to feel.
Yeah.
But, again, pointers is always good. So, I ain't going to say I'm the easiest person to talk to in the studio, but I listen.
But you got to take it. I mean, in this industry, you got to take criticism, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
and there's going to be people that just hate, obviously.
I ain't going to run from it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But, I ain't got to tell me either. But, nah, it depends. It honestly depends, though, for